have just a couple of things that we want to say to you, just as a sort of basis so that we all get off on the same vibrational wavelength. First, you are vibration. We've already talked about that. Next, you are always emitting a signal. So you're always transmitting a signal that law of attraction is responding to. Law of attraction is bringing to you thoughts and experiences that match the signal that you're offering. And as you're moving through your days, even though there are a lot of different subjects, you don't vary that much on the signal that you're offering. Because how you feel is pretty much how you feel. Now, we know you have highs and lows and ups and downs. You're all sort of bipolar. You are. You are. Because you are sometimes in complete alignment with who you are and feeling your empowerment, which means you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on, you're full of enthusiasm. You just want to talk, you just want to share, you just want to move, you just want to exhibit the happiness that you feel, and sometimes not so much. And the reason that sometimes not so much is because sometimes you get focused upon things that you've been focused upon before that have sort of strong attraction power. So you can be up and down and up and down and up and down many times during a day. You just usually aren't that up and down. The tone of the day is sort of usually what goes through the day. You say, oh, this has been a bad day, or I've got out of bed on the wrong side, or I'm off on the wrong foot. So we really want to talk about, and we will with you all the hours that we are together, we want to talk about setting that vibrational tone. And after we tell you a couple of stories that will help you to understand why that's so important, then we'll just move forward into the things that you specifically want to talk about. So, you were source energy before you came into this physical body. Some of you are understanding that. Do you know that? And even though you were that then, and then you came into this body, you still are that now, even though you're in this body. In other words, there is a non-physical counterpart to you. A balanced counterpart. It's this pure positive energy you that every time you sift through the desired by you contrast in your time-space reality, you launch a preference. We call them rockets of desires because they move outward from you. You project them, you emit them, you transmit them. And when you transmit that signal of desire, this non-physical part of you immediately becomes a vibrational equivalent of that new amended you that just happened because of this expansion that just took place. Which means every time you emit a new desire, there is now a potential of you being split from it, of you having split energy, because you just became something more vibrationally that you're not physically, in terms of your now personality, up to speed with. And that we just explained to you right there is the reason for literally every emotion that you feel. Because when you've become something that you're not up to speed with, you feel that difference. As you come to be up to speed with it, then you feel the ease and clarity that comes from that. So all day long, you are in varying degrees in alignment or not, in allowance or not, of that furthest expanded part of you. And nothing else is important for you to ever understand about anything, because you came to be the creator of your own experience, and you are that all day long. And you are launching these rockets, and the larger part of you is becoming them and holding the signal of that new expanded you with such clarity, with such brilliance, with such high-powered wattage of vibrational output, that you can feel in every moment your vibrational relationship to that. It's just that simple. Now we know for some of you, if it's new in hearing that's sort of a boring, maybe even hard concept to get your thoughts around. But we promise by the time that we are at the ending today, you will understand that fully. Because nothing matters more than that you are moving in the direction of that which you have become. You don't have to be up to speed with it completely. You don't have to know it, because in the moment you know it, it's manifested, and there's a whole lot of fun on the journey. So we're not talking about closing the gap and standing there in a closed gap, because you were born into an experience where you intended to have plenty of step one moments where contrast causes you to ask. So you're going to ask all day, and you're going to have gaps always between who you have become and what you are allowing yourself to be. We're not talking about getting rid of that gap. We're asking you to manage it. We're asking you to enjoy the vibrational ride of moving in the direction of what you've become instead of moving in opposition to what you've become. That's all. Because there's always going to be a new desire. There's always going to be a new journey. There's always going to be more that you are on your way to allowing yourself to manifest fully. So we don't want you to be tentative and guarded about trying to control your thoughts. We want you to think clearly. We just want you to gently and often guide your thoughts in the direction of what feels good to you. Because when you guide your thoughts in the direction of what feels good to you, now you're on your path. Now you feel good. Now all is well. And did we say it's an eternal path? Did we say that it never ends? Did we say you never get it done and you can't get it wrong? Well, we want to say it's an eternal path. You never get it done and you can't get it wrong either. You can't get it wrong. You can feel crappy. That's Esther's word. It says so much about so many things. You can feel bad, but you can't get it wrong because it's never done. Because in every one of those bad feeling moments, you're launching rockets and you've evolved to more. But what if you're on a path where you don't know this stuff or you're not applying it very well, and so you're launching a rocket and not keeping up with it, and so you don't feel so good. And so then you're moving through more contrast and launching another rocket and not keeping up with it, so you don't feel so good. Can you see how continuing to ask and not move in the direction of is what makes you feel uncomfortable? So stop it. You got to stop focusing so much on what is that it dominates your vibrational patterns. And you have to start focusing upon who you really are and how you want to feel. So when you think about the things you want, and there are a lot of them and it's wonderful. When you think about the things that you want and you think about why you want those things that you want, and it brings you to that vibrational reason, most of which is easily recognizable by you and easy to find by you and easy to discover all around you already. Because the feeling of money is not only available to you in money itself. Because you just said, it feels like fun, it feels like freedom, it feels like, and there is so much of your world that does not require money in order to feel those things, you see. So if you look around as the selective sifter that we know a deliberate creator like you can be, and you tune your frequency to the feeling of, so it would be such a good thing if you could just make your list of things that you want and take each item one by one and stop and analyze for yourself, what is the feeling of that? When I have that, when I live that, when I am that, when that is my experience, when that's who I am, when that's where I am, when that's who I'm with, when that's what I'm living, what does that feel like? What does it feel like? Not what does it look like? What does it feel like? What does the vibration of security feel like? What does the feeling of homecoming feel like? What does the feeling of empowerment feel like? What does it feel like? And as you pose those questions to yourself, as you move through your days, and you're feeling a lot of those things all day, every day, as you come across, we started to say stumble across because you may not be doing it exactly on purpose, but as you come across that feeling, and you come across that feeling after you have acknowledged that you want to find that feeling, it will stand out in a more vivid way, and you can say, yes, that's it. And then as you stay there and revel in the emotion of that for a moment, you practice the frequency of it longer, and that really is all that deliberate creation is. It's choosing the feelings, practicing the frequency until choosing those feelings comes easily. And you know why choosing those feelings come easily? Because law of attraction says, ooh, you feel like that, here's a little more. Law of attraction doesn't behave like you want your mother to. Oh, you feel bad here, this will make you feel better. Law of attraction says, oh, that makes you feel bad, here's some more. You say, well, then law of attraction may not be my friend. We say your best friend, because law of attraction is bringing you how you're feeling, showing it to you so you can make choices. This sucks. This feels awful. How can I feel differently than this? And that's what we're going to be talking about here today. How can you gain control of the way you feel in this situation and this one and this one and this one? We'll give you a little hint. It's about self-soothing. It's about being kinder to yourself. We thought it would be a really good thing to start this new year out when you're thinking more about who you are and where you're going and what you want. If you could just take this one piece from this gathering, that you want to soothe yourself into alignment by pointing out to yourself how well you are doing, how much is going well. It is our promise to you that if you will begin to tend to the frequency of that which is you, since you equal your point of attraction, and you will be aware, I felt this way and this came back. I felt this way and this came back. I felt this way and this came back. Before you know it, you will be one who, whether you deliberately and often feel on purpose, you will know for sure that how you feel is your indicator of what's coming next. So can you fast forward into the manifestation of those things, that abundance that you often see way down the road? Because that kind of abundance doesn't come to a youngster like me, or that kind of abundance doesn't come to someone in an occupation like I have. That kind of abundance, if you can get yourself to begin to expect that kind of abundance that we promise you is out there, and we say out there not because it's out there far into the future, we say it's out there vibrationally, not yet received by you, a different frequency than the frequency you commonly are offering. But you can begin doing something about that right now. And the evidence of the change of your frequency will be evident right now. So then you begin getting pretty sure of yourself. You say, I am the creator of my own reality. And others will say, get away from me. You say, I am the creator of my own reality because I am the thinker of my thoughts. But more important, I am the feeler of my feelings. I am the discerner of my frequency. I am the molder of my own vibrational clay. I am the offerer of the energy, and therefore I am the setter of the tone. I'm the setter of the mood. I am the emanator of the vibrational signal that law of attraction is responding to. And I have created a nest egg for myself of relationships and of abundance and of physical vitality and well-being. I've created a nest egg for myself that is a vibrational reality. And I'm going to practice the vibrational reality of it, even though there is an absence of manifested reality of it. But I do not confuse myself about what's really going on here, because I accept that law of attraction abounds, and that I am a worthy being, and that I'm the creator of my own reality, and that I can do something about it. And I like the feeling of thinking on purpose, and most of all, I like to think and derive results, you see. That's who you are. That's why you are so action-oriented in most cases. You like the fast results that you get through action. But we want you to not only get the fast results that you get through action, we want you to get the leveraged fast results that you get through aligned action, through inspired action, you see. We want you to tend to your feelings first. Practice them all day, every day. Hang out with others that do the same. And then begin watching. Not so much for the manifestation. You see, this is the tricky part. Because it sounds like we're saying, if you do these non-manifestational things, manifestation will happen. And then you can look at the manifestation and it just gets better from there. But we don't ever want you to be hooked on the manifestation. We want you to be hooked on the feeling that you can foster right here, right now. We are certain at this moment that there is nothing important that we know that you don't know. We can feel that you have found resonance with some basic things that are important to who you are. And most important, we can feel that you feel sort of energized, maybe inspired is a better word, to offer some focus that we know is going to serve you in a really powerful way. It is such pleasure for us to interact with those like you who are determined and strong in your desire, who are willing and even patient enough to walk with us slowly sometimes to find these nuggets of clarity that you just feel resonance with. We have been saying for quite a while that we make too much of all of this in our desire to simplify it for you.